Hello everyone from the bustling streets of Nanjing. Today I'm going to take you guys to one of my favorite places in the whole city. You wouldn't believe that in a city of 9 million people there would be such a beautiful spot that is literally a 5-minute walk away from where I am right now. I come to this place really often since it's so easily accessible, and it's definitely one of the things I'm gonna miss the most when I move, which is happening very soon. I'm about to leave Nanjing, so this is probably gonna be my last trip to this lake. I have so many beautiful memories here. It's really sad to say goodbye, but at the same time, I'm glad I have this last opportunity to bring you guys over here and show you this gorgeous part of Nanjing. We have arrived at my beloved Shenwu Lake. One of my favorite things about this lake is that not only can you go around it, you can also go across it because there's a bunch of islands in the middle that they have put together using roads and bridges, so you can walk all the way across the entire lake and see different scenery and different interesting things on each island. There's all kinds of really interesting nuggets scattered throughout it, all kinds of entertaining or interesting or weird things. So every time I come here, I'm always on the lookout. Today, I'm exploring some new territory. All right, this calls for investigation. I want to ask this guy what he's doing, but at the same time, I don't want to offend him.
你好，
你好，
你哪个国家 ？Where from？
美国。
美国 ，Welcome。
谢谢。你这个声音是什么意思？是鸟叫吗？
不是，我是搞声乐的，我练那个唱美声的吧。你不是这个唱歌吗？他对这个呼吸道有好处。
有道理，有道理。
月亮河是吧？
可以，可以。
以前唱歌，现在就是锻炼身体。
There are tons of elderly people in this park. A lot of them come every day. It's nice to see how active and social so many elderly people here are. Even though KFC is kind of like a stereotypical American fast food, I genuinely feel like it's more popular in China than it is in the US. KFC is everywhere, even like mini KFCs. Look at that. Baby KFC, little tiny KFC. They even gave Colonel Sanders his own special outfit. It's a baby KFC, so it's mostly selling sugary stuff, but there's still a chicken sandwich. Look at this Gucci McDonald's over here. I don't think I've seen such a fancy McDonald's in the US. And here they have one on the side of this lake. As popular as KFC and McDonald's are, of course there's Chinese food on the edge of this lake as well. And even a convenience store in a cube. Oh, it's so cute. Forget going to the mall. Turns out just about every toy and knick-knack and snack you could ever want is right here. Parenting here must be tough. You think you're taking your kid to the park for a walk, but nope. It's an opportunity to beg for toys. There's even an entire store dedicated to milk. Milk that is advertised by handsome celebrities in order to lure you in. The stores in this park are clearly aware of the selling power of beautiful male celebrities. Here is yet another booth plastered with the face of some beautiful man. Even though I've lived here for 3 years and come to this lake a ton of times, I only just discovered that there's actually a little temple on this island. Discover something new every day out here. I can't believe I missed this despite having come here so many times, but there's just so many different paths you can take. There's like an infinite amount of possibilities. Something interesting about lottery tickets in China is that they're always in like the most random places. If you're enjoying your stroll and you just feel like maybe this is the day when you're gonna bring in that $1 million lottery ticket, just stop right there and scratch a lottery ticket. There's literally a library at this lake. Now I've seen it all. I've seen it all. What else does this place have? A casino? If you're not in the mood for reading a paper book, but you still really want books to be a part of your experience at this lake, they still have you covered. There is an audiobook pavilion on the side of the lake. It looks kind of like those little karaoke booths that you see in the mall, but it's for listening to books and poems. This lake has something for everyone. If you want to scratch a lottery ticket or buy toys or ride in a boat, you can do any of that. Or if you just want some quiet, like nature zen kind of an atmosphere, you can have that too. If the boardwalk isn't peaceful enough for you, you can climb up the stairs into this little thingy and have a very quiet, peaceful space all to yourself. And it has a cool view too. Historical records of Xuanwu Lake go back over 2,000 years. This lake wasn't always a park. In the past, it had several functions, one of which was to hold practice naval battles, which is quite amazing to think about nowadays, looking at the surface of this lake with all these peaceful little ducks and swans and just these really cute little teeny motorboats puttering around. It's hard to imagine that in the past this thing was used for entire mock naval battles. It's pretty insane. It was only in 1928 that Xuanwu Lake actually became a park. They pieced all the islands together with bridges and little roads, and now it's open to everyone. It's completely free. Just come in and go for a stroll. And if you have a good imagination, you can imagine some naval battles going down between the ducks and the swans, or the dolphins and the birds, or all the different types of little boats that are on here. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at special effects, but this point does bring me to the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. If one day I do want to learn some special effects, Skillshare would be the perfect place to do it. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes on topics such as video shooting and editing, visual arts, music, improving your productivity, and countless other topics. You can cultivate a new hobby, further improve your lifestyle, or start learning a completely new skill and see if you like it. New premium classes are always coming out and there are no ads, so it's a perfect learning environment. I've actually been taking some classes recently on how to improve my video making abilities. One really interesting class I've been watching lately is how to create a modern cinematic documentary film with Soul by Dan Liu. Her class has given me a lot of great tips for how to tell someone else's story in my video, from how to highlight their passions and struggles, to how to prepare for interacting with them on camera, to how to set the perfect scene. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to join Skillshare Premium will get 1 free month. This offer goes from July up until September, so don't miss out. If you're interested, check out the link in the description. If you get bored of looking at the lake from ground level, fortunately for you, there is another option, which is the Nanjing city wall. In the past, Nanjing had a wall going all the way around it. Of course, mind you, the city was way smaller back then, not the massive beast that it is now. A lot of the wall has been taken down to make way for modern development, but there's still a pretty good amount of it remaining, and much of it is open for walking. I really love coming up here and seeing the city from another perspective. One more thing I'm gonna miss about Nanjing, because most cities in China, the vast majority, do not have a wall like this. And yeah, there's a Great Wall in Beijing, which is beautiful in its own right, but it's definitely a hike. Like, those are mountains. The good thing about this wall is it's fairly flat. It's like a very relaxing walk with some nice city scenery. The dramatic butterfly spinny things on the wall are a nice touch. There's a display of ancient weapons on this wall, which is pretty interesting. But in case people feel like that's too dark, there's lots of little cute photo op places too. Gotta balance it out, you know? There are some beautiful things on this wall, some interesting things on this wall, and some things that are just downright confusing, like this. According to the sign next to it, this is also a place for taking photos. The sun is setting, but it doesn't mean you have to go home. There's a whole bunch of other great scenery at the lake at night, but because I have some other engagements this evening, I must be on my way. But I hope you guys enjoy this trip to Xuanwu Lake. Literally just a couple minutes off the metro, and bam, you can immerse yourself in this land of beautiful scenery And it's not even just about the natural scenery, like the lake and the mountain in the background and the trees. It's also the whole atmosphere of this place. The people everywhere taking photos or playing games or playing music. There's always so much going on here. And then you add that with the city wall and all this really beautiful architecture. This really is the perfect place for a walk. Whether it's a 30-minute walk or a 5-hour walk, you will enjoy your time here no matter what. And I'm really gonna miss this lake a lot when I move on to my next city. So goodbye Stromu Lake, goodbye Nanjing. Hope you guys had fun here. See you next time.